We're lounging with Levine, presented by Steinhaufel's Bruce Levine. He is here and he is ready to roll. So, Pete, we've seen the home runs go up, we've seen the walks go up, the patience, it's gone through the roof, and the strikeouts, they've gone down. Both Jed and Craig, they feel good about what they see, but are they really on the same page there, Bruce?
Well, they're always on the same page, but I think they have a difference of opinion of the player.
Okay.
So the player, in Council's mind, is a difference maker with a home run. Okay.
Mm-hmm. He loves homers.
Well, he loves homers. All managers love homers,
Sure.
but he feels Pete is a home run hitter. And the counter to that is that Hoyer had a conversation a few weeks ago with PCA.
Okay.
And he talked about the fact that your real value for us is getting on base and creating havoc and scoring runs. Said you can only hit 30 home runs or 35 home runs. You have another 550 at bats, right? What are we going to do with those? So it's an interesting conversation. So it's not something that they're fighting over, but it's a difference of opinion of what the player is. The reality for me, Elise, is he's both.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what they were talking about at the extent that he's not sacrificing one over the other. I mean, even if you go back a couple of years, it transformed into Pete Crow-Armstrong as a home run hitter. And now it's like, now it's just a given that this is what he does. And so I think this is the evolution of a young player and kind of, not putting restrictions on him and letting him prove, like Craig said, to himself and to everyone else what he can do. And so it's funny because I want to say, maybe it was like a couple weeks ago when I asked Pete just about the walks, and he was saying, like, it's something I'm getting used to. He made the comment where I'm just trying to get on first base, like however that happens. So it kind of reminds me of what you were saying, that conversation you had with Jed Hoyer. What I'm impressed with, knowing kind of how it's gone for Pete, is that the message hasn't overwhelmed him, that he hasn't taken it and tried to be one or the other, but he's almost using it and it's kind of giving him clarity. Like on the one hand, knowing that he can take his walks, he doesn't need to necessarily be this power guy. So it takes the pressure off the idea that he needs to be the power guy, but then he's the power guy. So I think this is just a younger player developing and seeing how he can use his strengths to maximize what he can do out on the field.
The surprising thing when I talk with the media, myself and the media talked to Pete this morning, and he was asked if he's surprised at the month that he had, and he said no. Said he expects himself to be that good.
Absolutely.
With all and if you know Pete, it's all ego aside. It's not about ego. It's that he feels he should get a hit every time up. He should walk. He should hit a home run. He should make a great play. He should steal a base. Those are his expectations, and we've seen the maturity also of the emotion not coming out every time it doesn't happen. And a lot of it has to do with all the success that he's had this month.
Yeah, we've seen Pete. He has those Hall of Fame traits. He can put up numbers with the best of them, but when you see him take steps back, it's really about him wrapping himself around that finesse and power moniker that he's really clinging to right now, isn't it, Bruce?
There's no question about it. So, again, can he be Player of the Month again in July?
No doubt.
Had a good start. He's already hit a home run in July 1st. So, again, the thing that scouts told me about Pete when he first came up, and it stands true now, he starts out slow, and he gets good, and he gets better, and he ends up being the best player at every level he was at. So I guess we shouldn't be surprised
Track record.
that he's going to be an MVP candidate for the Cubs maybe every week, month, maybe every year he plays for the Cubs.
And keep in mind what he will always say, too, about himself is, I'm a defender first. Like, what I do every day on defense is like where my true value is and how I want to be seen. Now what he has done is added the offense to the point where we're almost talking about the offense, at least this month, more than the defense. So imagine this is a player, there's a reason he's leading the league.
You can get a guy to catch the ball anytime you want.
Oh, yeah.
Not as well as Pete, as Elise said, but it's all about the offense and the panic that he supplies to the other team every time he gets on base.
And I'll just say this about the slow start, because I feel like once you get to know Pete, it's for me, it's not even like the physical part of the game. He's so self-reflective and needs to take that time to kind of like digest things. I feel like that's almost the slow start, because he needs to evaluate himself, see how it's going, and then he makes the adjustments, and then he kind of like goes off.
Speaking of digesting, I can't wait to get to those Smoque BBQ that's supplied.
I was
He
gonna say
checked
that.
out
You talk
3
about
minutes
MVP. Bruce is the real MVP. Look at this. Look at. Oh my goodness, ribs.
Bruce
we had
is like,
ribs for
Elise,
lunch.
stop talking.
That's
I
why
need
we're
to
doing
eat
this.
ribs.
How about our
Absolutely
production people? Are they the
unbelievable.
best?
They
They're
are
right on it.
fantastic.
Yes.
Second to none. Smoque BBQ.
And you're the best.
3800
Thanks for
North
this.
Pulaski. Oh, I would say it was on the house,
Talk
but it
to
was
me.
on our guy Bruce. The best knowledge and the best heart, making sure
Yes.
that our stomachs are full on this July 3rd. Bruce, always a pleasure. Great catching up with you. Let's see if the fellas can keep that momentum alive.